Have fun, man. It's going to be a blast. For one of us. And we are at Santa Margarita Catholic High School for high school basketball, Trinity League basketball, as the Mater Dei Monarchs have come to town to take on the Santa Margarita Eagles. Mater Dei with a record of 13-6, 4-1 in the Trinity League. Santa Margarita 15-5 overall, and the Eagles are 3-2 in the Trinity League. Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins along with Wolfgang Wood joining us tonight right here on the broadcast. So welcome, and Wolfgang, welcome back to Santa Margarita Catholic High School. You graduated in 2012, played 4 years of basketball here, 4 years of basketball at Cal Lutheran. Is it good to be back?
It's very good to be back, and it's good to be in the Moiso Pavilion with a full house tonight. I'm excited for some Trinity League action. You know, I haven't seen a game since I played here, so I'm excited to see the good old-fashioned rivalry of Monarchs and Eagles going at it.
It should be fun. Get ready for the tip-off. Game just started, of course, the 4 8-minute quarters, and 4 8-minute quarters. Of course, Trinity League basketball with the Monarchs in red, the Eagles in white. I know, Monarchs, long shot outside, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Max Agbong-Polo. He's going to go the distance, pass it back to Ryan Evans. Top of the key to Jake Kyman, and just like that, Wolfgang, we're off to a fast start, a fast running start.
And I think that's going to be a big thing with both teams is tempo. If teams can control the tempo, then the team that's going to be most successful is the team that's controlling the tempo.
Follow through, and the ball is stolen by Ryan Evans. Ryan coming up the court, he slows down, takes a stutter step all the way to the hoop, but it's blocked out of bounds. And it will go back to Mater Dei.
Big time block right there by Harrison Butler, a very athletic forward for the Monarchs. And that's going to be a big thing for both teams. Defense is going to be a big thing for they can dictate the tempo on offense. If you can get defensive stops, you get good transition baskets.
So no score once again as we just started the game. Mater Dei bouncing the basketball. We are at under 7 minutes already. Big Lee with the rebound. Max Agbong-Polo bringing it up, the young junior, who's just a fantastic basketball player.
And I look at him and I see a lot of, if you think of the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, with the length that he has and the versatility he has, makes it very tough for people to stay in front of him, and also a very good defensive player.
So Guess will go to the line on the foul. So no score to start the game at this point at 6:29. Guess goes to the line from the free throw line, and he gets the bounce.
Gotta love those friendly rims at Santa Margarita.
You're saying they're better than Mater Dei rims, right?
Well,
at a home game?
Well, you get the home bounce, the shooter's bounce, so for SM shooters, it might be able to fall a little bit more.
Yeah, so he didn't get the roll that time. So Mater Dei, who has a record of 4-1, they had the basketball in red, of course. Head coach Gary McKnight. Jeff Reinert, the head coach of Santa Margarita. Just outside the free throw line. Still Mater Dei is scoreless. There's a wrestle for the basketball and a foul.
And that's an interesting foul right there, as with the play right there, number 32, Wilhelm Berdenbach, he's got to be able to just let him get the rebound and get down court. That's a silly foul, but with that being said, it does set up the defense again for the Monarchs. So not a bad foul for the Monarchs, but same time, you don't want to get in foul trouble early.
Score 1-0, the Eagles lead it. Way outside by Kyman. He does not, he hits the back of the rim, and it ricochets out. Mater Dei with the basketball.
And what we like here, Spencer Freeman, the Harvard-bound point guard, very crafty and very smart. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and I think that's why the Monarchs have been so efficient on offense this season.
Lundeen with the miss, but followed through by Mater Dei, so they lead it now 2-1. The Monarchs up by 1. Ball is loose, and right there is Friedman. He recovers the basketball.
Good
Underneath.
feed right there. Good feed by Friedman. As we see right there, they got to be able to fight through the post. Jordan Guest has to fight over in order to not give up such easy post touch. Friedman saw it, and that's a very good post entry right there to get him to the line.
At the line, and he drops it in. So Mater Dei leads it by 3-1 early in this first quarter. 5:20 to go in the quarter.
And when you look at it with Santa Margarita, they just have to get a couple points early, and you got to be able to limit mistakes on the offensive end. That's a key against Mater Dei, is limiting turnovers, and you kind of have to play a little bit better on the offensive end.
4-3 for the Eagles, down by 1. Shot outside, in and out of bounds, and it looks like Mater Dei will keep the basketball.
That was a very tough shot by Jordan Guest, but very good lift on his jump shot where he's able to see the rim still, and that's a big-time shot by a big-time player right there.
Eagles down by 1. Mater Dei with the basketball. And they give it back out to Spencer Freeman, way outside, and he drops it in.
And that is the danger of Spencer Freeman. He surveys the court, and he took the best available shot, was that open three. That's going to be tough to stop right there. As we see right there, Jordan Guest, he got some lift on that jump shot. That is a very good shot right there for the Boston University commit.
So the score is 7-3.
And that is a very good take right there. Spencer Freeman with the layup off the set. Gary McKnight known for his very good half-court offensive sets. As that goes right into the timeout, as Jeff Reiner did not look pleased after that. It's 9-3 right now. Mater Dei, Santa Margarita at the timeout.
So Mater Dei up by 6. Once again, to set this stage for you, we want to let you know tonight that 90% of our crew is a student-run production crew. So they're doing an awesome job. This is our second night that we're doing this. And of course, bringing back Wolfgang Wood, an alum from Santa Margarita High School. He played basketball for 4 years here under Coach Jerry DeBusk. And now he has graduated from Cal State Lutheran. You're coaching as an associate head coach at Newberry Park High School. So it's certainly a pleasure to have you here. And I know that you said you haven't been back here since you graduated. So bringing back some good old memories.
Yeah, it's very good memories as a basketball player and as a student. You know, it's always a very elevated game, especially against Mater Dei. So it's very good to be here. I like the atmosphere, and I love the crowd that both schools are able to bring. So I really enjoy being here right now, and hopefully this tradition continues for Santa Margarita and Mater Dei to have such energy in this game.
Good pass by Friedman to Breedenbach for the score just moments ago by Mater Dei. The jumper in and out. Eagles a little cold right now to start the game, 11-3. They have fought back from leads that they had to come from behind on, Wolfgang, but you can't get down on Mater Dei.
Not at all. The tough part about Mater Dei is they run a very fluid offense, and Gary McKnight known for having really good half-court sets. So you got to be able to play good defense and get efficient points on offense, because Mater Dei will score the basketball. So if you can get some stops, it's going to help your offense out, and you got to be efficient on offense and limit poor possessions. And
you know Coach Reinhardt's over there working on his defense right now, but you can't defend that. That was just an outstanding shot.
And that is why Harvard is loving having Spencer Freeman come next year. He is a very good shooter from deep, so the Eagles going to have to extend that defense out a little bit more, possibly get a quicker hand up on it.
Spencer Freeman already has 8 points and still looking for the roll. Big Lee almost looked like he got fouled over the back, but he scores, and that makes it 14-5, Mater Dei.
And that's a very good offensive rebound and putback right there by Big Lee. I like the tenacity he has right there, crashing the offensive glass.
Once again, Mater Dei comes into this with a 4-1 Trinity League mark. They got beat by St. John Bosco, which was not a surprise because they're a good team. Big Lee underneath Wolfgang.
Yeah, that's very good right there. Able to shield the body of Wilhelm right there to get to the rim and finish over him. Very big body right there down low.
Michael Wang at the line. The referees tonight are Ruben Gonzalez, Jake Forbes, and also Nick Maddox.
And as we see right there, Jason Quinn is also the assistant coach for the Monarchs. He's been the longtime assistant, been there longer than 20 years. So you basically have 2 head coaches right there with Jason Quinn and Gary McKnight.
Way outside for Kyman. Good rebound,
chance.
by Guest, and just can't get the roll right now. And then that somehow finds its way into the basket.
And what I like right there by Santa Margarita, they're being aggressive, crashing the glass, and they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities. They just have to capitalize a little bit more to cut down this 9-point lead deficit.
And on their Friday night game, they did just that. They were great in the paint. That shot not good. Max Agbangpolo with the rebound. The young junior brings it up. He is a very good basketball player.
He's going to have a bright future, as you see a lot of
way outside.
Kyman with the 3 right there.
So they're right back in this game with that score of 16-10, down by 6. Jake Kyman with his first 3.
Well, what I saw there is the Eagles went inside and out. They went into the post for some action. You have to double down, and that leaves shooters like Kyman open. So if you keep going inside out, it'll help the Eagles throughout the game.
16-10, Kyman again from outside.
Good open look right there. Kyman trying to get hot early, as he's a big factor for the Eagles. He's one of their top scorers.
Mater Dei pressing. They've got 1:05 to go in this first quarter. They're trying to get another bucket, saving it right in front of the fans on the court side. For Mater Dei, that is a 3 if it goes. No, it does not. Rebounded by Big Lee. Max once again bringing it up.
So a couple stops right there for the Eagles have benefited, as they're trying to get a couple open looks now. But that's good for them to get a couple stops going. They need to capitalize on the offensive end, though.
Max a little bit short on that jumper from outside. It was 3-point land. That is a 3-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Mater Dei. They certainly like to jack it up. They're pretty good at it.
They're a very good quality shooting team. And when you have shooters like Spencer Freeman and Devin Askew as well, I wouldn't be afraid to shoot it as well if I were the Monarch players.
Shot clock and the game clock pretty darn close at 20 seconds. Too close for me to call. Mater Dei looking for the last shot, Wolfgang.
As we see right here, expect a set here to possibly get a 3 for the Monarchs. As they're playing a little bit of a 4-corner stall right now, they're probably going to try and get a 3-pointer.
Here comes underneath, actually way outside, NBA 3, good.
As we said right there, pick and roll action with Freeman and Wang. Wang is way too open for that to be left open to hit that 3.
Mater Dei 19-10 at the end of the first quarter, and they are 9 points up on the Eagles. We'll be back with more of Eagle basketball as we show you a familiar face that ran up and down this court. Am I really loud?
Focus on my footwork. I let them know this. I got more heart than you. I got more hustle. That's my mentality. I'm obsessed about bringing the title back to the Bay.
Welcome back. Second quarter getting ready to take place. Of course, that was Clay Thompson, who sponsoring the program in some sort with that commercial. Not bad, huh?
Clay Thompson, one heck of a player here at Santa Margarita, and obviously one heck of a player. Congratulations for him making the All-Star team, by the way, this year. So very big-time player, one of the best to ever come out of this school, if not the best.
Kyman gets on it. He's going to the glass, and that just hits the back of the rim, but Guest has it. Heartbreak right there, but good hustle even though they didn't get it.
Like we said before, second chance opportunities. The Eagles are getting a lot of them. They just have to capitalize a couple more of those layups, and they're right back in this game. It's only a 9-point deficit right now.
Yeah. So I want to let you know the coaches, as Wolfgang talked about it, Jeff Reinert, the head coach of Santa Margarita Eagles, Kirk Davidson, Tyler Turness, and Alan Dolinsky. Coach Gary McKnight, the head coach of the Mater Dei Monarchs, Jason Quinn, Shu Isagawa, who has some relations to Santa Margarita High School back in the day, Chris Lamas, and also, of course, you have Tony Mangano, Rusty Van Cleve, and the shooting coach is Max Hoskins.
And if you see what that coaching staff is, Mater Dei is a very good coaching staff. Rusty Van Cleve was the Foothill High School assistant coach back in the day and was actually coach of the year back when I was in high school. So very good assistant, Rusty Van Cleve. Jason Quinn has been there for over 20 years. He's been Gary McKnight's right-hand man. And for the Eagles, Jeff Reinert comes from Division I pedigree, so he knows what he's doing as a head coach, and he is always having the Eagles prepared and ready to go.
And there's a good look at Coach Jeff Reinert. And he followed Jerry DeBusk here at Santa Margarita High School. And Jerry DeBusk's son is actually coaching the girls team.
Craig DeBusk, a very good coach and a very great guy as well. So they're in good hands over there in that women's program.
You see this last play where they're wrestling for the basketball, and Santa Margarita ended up calling a timeout. And they called the timeout, and out of the timeout, they are down 19-10, 7:21 to go in this first half.
Something to keep an eye on, though, for the Eagles. They have only 3 timeouts remaining, as that's the second timeout Coach Reinert has burned early in this game. So something to keep an eye on later in the game with the timeouts. Very good block right there. Big Lee, though, with the putback. Lee has been very active on the glass. I'm liking his energy right now.
It's 19-12, the Eagles down by 7. Mater Dei led 19-10 at the end of 1. And will this be their first basket of the second quarter? No. Lee is there on the other end. Santa Margarita trying to bring it up and making a quick score. Max Agbong Polo looking for an open man. He's going to go up to the top to Evans. Evans and Big Lee is working tough downside underneath the paint, underneath the hoop.
As we see right here, they're trying to get an open set for a post touch. Kyman does have the height differential. He looks to kick it out right there. We'll see what kind of offense, last second shot they can get as a turnover happened right there as Friedman's right on the cue.
Friedman jumps in for that steal on the pass from Agbong Polo. He'll try to get that back, and the shot outside, in and out. Lee with the rebound, but good defense by Mater Dei, good hustle, almost getting that ball back. And that was Harrison Butler. Harrison underneath with a huge rebound.
A very difficult shot there by Ryan Evans, who he can make those. But we'll see if the Eagles can possibly move the ball a little bit more, as almost Michael Wang tried to put Kyman on a poster.
Not tonight.
Very good effort by Wang, but Kyman, he's not afraid to get up there. I like the effort.
19-12 with 5:50 to go here in the first half. Santa Margarita down by 7. They led at one point 1-0, and then Mater Dei took the lead 3-1, and that's the way they've had it.
But we see right here with this game, it's honestly just been kind of back and forth since a little bit of a run by Freeman, had a little 6-0 run by himself. But Santa Margarita has been playing good basketball. They just need to finish a couple layups, keep crashing the glass, as that's been the key to their success so far early, and keep going into the paint.
Lee with the sky hook.
Shades of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the classic skyhook.
I don't know why more big guys don't do that. I guess it just shows you how difficult that shot was.
Well, like you said before, it's probably the most unstoppable shot in basketball. If you have the length, it can't be blocked. It's something you really have to work on. But if Big Lee can really get that skyhook going, he could be a very big factor in high school and in the college level as well.
Santa Margarita down by 5. Mater Dei leads it 19-14. Mater Dei has not scored here in the second quarter yet.
And I expect a timeout from Gary McKnight soon to most likely talk about what's going on with the offense if a possession goes scoreless again.
So 5:10 to go in the second quarter. Tollner bringing up the basketball. Of course, he was a football player as well here at Santa Margarita. Jake Kyman, who's been the big scorer this year, he dribbles behind his back, gets it out to Evans. Coach Reinhardt calling a play from in front of his bench, and the shot, no good, rebounded by Mater Dei.
Perhaps getting a little bit deeper for Ryan Evans to get a better look at the basket. I like the pull-up game. It's right there, but he just has to get a little bit deeper as Freeman with a beautiful move right there.
Nice turnaround jumper. He spins at 360. That's 21-14. Underneath Lee. Oh, just a little bit too much, but he's fouled.
And if you notice, Big Lee has been getting every single post touchdown low. I love how he's sealing very deep to the basket, where he just has to give a turn and give a little bit of a jump hook. All he has to do is have a little bit of a soft touch, and he should be making a couple more of those.
Wolfgang, the Eagles down by 7, and that's not bad because Mater Dei started to run away with it a little bit midway through that first quarter. They finish strong, Santa Margarita, they do, at the end of the first quarter, and they hold Mater Dei to just 2 points so far here in the second quarter.
Well, what you notice with two high-level teams like Mater Dei and Santa Margarita, it's going to be a game of runs. There's going to be a time where Mater Dei takes off, and there's going to be a time where Santa Margarita takes off. The thing I want to see is how Santa Margarita reacts with the home crowd here in the Moiseau Pavilion, and do they feed off that energy the Eagles Nest gives?
You know, Lee is exceptional at the free throw line as well. Shaq wish he had that, right?
I wish a lot of big men would hope they have that, but I like Lee's touch around the rim and at the free throw line. He's been very active for the Eagles right now, and I think that's causing the Mater Dei bigs to struggle a little bit, and possibly as Onamakupo jumped, nearly touched the top of the square. That was impressive right there.
Harrison Butler was the man underneath, 51, playing great underneath the basket on both sides. The score on both sides of the court, right now the score 21-16, Mater Dei up by 5 with Butler at the line.
What I think Santa Margarita needs to do in this quarter and possibly the rest of the game, they need to contain Friedman. Friedman is the top of the totem pole when it comes to their offense. He runs everything for them. He hits big shots. He sets up the offense. So if the defense can find a way to contain Freeman and make everything difficult for him, they have a good chance of slowing down the offense for the Monarchs.
Underneath the Lee once again, and boy, he is really battling tough under there, and they're going to call him on the foul.
I like that he sealed, but he sealed a little bit too low as he was behind the basket. Good intention, but the Eagles need to find a way to not force it too much into the paint and get the perimeter involved as well.
Score comes up on your screen, 22-16 with 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Oh, ball is out of bounds to Butler, but just a little bit too much on it.
Good flex screen right there to get Harrison Butler on the back cut, just a little bit high on the pass. Good intention, just got to capitalize it for the Monarchs.
22-16 as we talked about. Mater Dei led 19-10 at the end of 1. Eagles basketball. Jake Kyman gets it over to Max Agbonkpolo, to Tollner. He's looking to pass and trying to get underneath, and he does to Kyman. Turnaround jumper just a little short, hits the front of the rim. Mater Dei basketball.
A little bit of a fade right there by Kyman. If you just go straight up and down, he has the height differential, so just go straight up and down, and he'll be able to finish that.
Oh, what a great play by Agbonkpolo. He's going to go all the way. Oh, my goodness. That would have been sweet.
Almost a dunk of the year, in my opinion, right there.
And they trade places on the other end. Mater Dei capitalizes on the shot. Lundin with the score. Mater Dei leads it 24-16. What an exciting exchange of plays right there for high school basketball.
Breidenbach tried to meet Agbonkpolo at the rim. It almost turned into a frenzy here at the Moiseau Pavilion.
Ball on the ground. There's a push in the game as Brendan Cormie for the Eagles. Jake Kyman, Lee, Agbonkpolo. Jordan Tollner comes out of the game. Guest is going to check in, and Ryan Evans is going to come back in. going out of the game will be number 5, Brendan Cormie, who had a solid couple of minutes there.
As Monarchs have to be careful about is with Breidenbach and Lundin, they both have 2 fouls, so something to possibly watch with foul trouble coming up in this game.
Ball blocked over the back of Ogbonk Polo, so he did not get the shot off. There's a foul call, 24-16 once again. We're in period number 2.
And
so this is a very quick-paced game, not a lot of time underneath the hoop.
And I like that with high school basketball, especially with 2 elite teams. You want to see them get up and down. You know, I know that some teams like to slow the basketball down, but with these 2 elite teams, you want to get your athletes out on the break. And with guys like Onkapolo, Kyman, and you have Harrison Butler and Freeman for Mater Dei, you want to be able to run and get your guys out there and get easy transition baskets. It's hard to play a half-court game, especially when you have very good athletes like both teams have.
You mentioned transition basketball, and for them to do it at the level that they're doing it in the high school here and now is amazing.
And I think that's kind of the new generation of basketball nowadays. With you have the new wave of talent, it's all about transition baskets. It's about getting out and transitioning the 3-ball as Freeman hits one right on cue.
Freeman is
that's
amazing.
What it's about.
Yeah, it's just such a soft touch. Right when he threw that up, he knew it.
What I like about Freeman is he doesn't force any shots. He kind of surveys the court, looks at what's open, and then when things aren't open, then he looks for a shot. So he's a very smart player, and I think that he's going to be very good at Harvard as well.
What a play by Guest. Lee misses it. Guest gets the rebound, and on the second shot up, they score. So 27-18.
Second chance opportunities for the Eagles. That's been a very big key in their first half. They need to get some perimeter action going, though. They only have 1 3 by Kyman. Everything else has been in the paint. So the Monarchs might buckle down and dig into the paint and force the Eagles guards to try and make plays.
That's a good point. Kyman with the only 3 for the Eagles. Not that they're shooting bad. They just haven't had the rolls. They had a 1 good bounce on the rim earlier. That shot's off. Lee with the rebound. He looks for Ogbonk Polo. Ogbonk Polo dribbles it up and passes right in front of us. Ryan Evans in the corner, back under to Guest. You know this guy's going to force his way in, and he does. He'll go to the line.
And as you notice right there, first of all, Big Lee might have a double-double almost in this first half. He has at least 7 rebounds, and that is impressive for a big man going against big athletes. That was a very good post move by Jordan Guest right there, able to draw contact from Harrison Butler and get to the line.
Good shot by Jordan at the line. 27-19.
And I give credit to the Eagles as well. They're hitting all their free throws, so they're doing the little things to stay in this game. They're rebounding as a lane violation right there. It looks like it's going to be on Big Lee, so that will negate the point right there.
That's dropped in, 27-19. 1:17 to go in the first half.
And what I see right here is you got to remember with these 2 teams play, this is a big-time rivalry going on in all sports. Mater Dei and Santa Margarita, they're always in the top of Orange County. They're always in the top of the Trinity League. The last time Santa Margarita has beaten Mater Dei was 2005. So it's been a long time since the Eagles have won, and the last time was actually in this gym as Aiden Prukop hits a 3 right there. So the Eagles have a lot playing at stake right here, along with Trinity League implications in the standings.
Aiden Prukop with a great shot. Aiden went to Mission Basilica School and then decided to go to Mater Dei. Oddly enough, his dad went to Servite.
Well, Trinity League bloodlines for that family as well.
And his sister went to Santa Margarita.
Yes, she did. She played softball at Seton Hall, actually, doing very well there as well. Yeah. Allie Prukop.
Yep.
As Kyman gets the follow-up right there. So another second chance opportunity. That's what's keeping the Eagles in it.
Time winding down. There's a little bit of a difference. There's 23 seconds left.
Very tough play right there as Devin Askew looked a little bit out of control as Onkapolo looked like he got a block right there. That's his 3rd foul. So Santa Margarita has to watch that going into the half and into the second half. He hasn't scored, but he's been very major on rebounds and defense as well.
So there is 22.1 seconds left in the game. The game clock in the right-hand corner of your screen is frozen at the second. No pun intended there, but it's 22.1 seconds left to go in the first half.
As we see right here, expect Santa Margarita to hold for the last shot. Try and get something nice. I'm assuming possibly a 1-4 action. Get something to the rim. make the refs make a call. They're in bonus, so a foul anyway is going to get them to the free throw line.
Mater Dei successful at the free throw line, 32-21. Shot earlier. So bringing the basketball up. Santa Margarita inside 14 seconds. He's trying to get the last shot of the half. Lee, and he drills it.
Very good shot right there by Lee. Managed to get a point right there. They got to stop a bucket right here. Freeman's probably going to shoot
with
it.
The shot, and no good. Mater Dei, no good. They follow through, it's no good. But the score at halftime is 32-22, Mater Dei. So Mater Dei leads it by the score of 10. So they increased their lead by 1 point because they led by 9 at the end of one. We're going to step aside. We'll be back with more of Trinity League basketball from Santa Margarita Catholic High School in just a moment. Welcome back to Santa Margarita Catholic High School. It is the second half, about ready to start. I'm Paul Higgins along with Wolfgang Wood. And Wolfgang, you played basketball here for 4 years, as we talked about. And when you played here, the atmosphere was as festive as it is here tonight.
Well, it's Mater Dei game, and that is everyone's game where they circle on the calendar, and the rivalry that Santa Margarita and Mater Dei have, it runs deep. So it's always going to be a fun atmosphere. I love the fan base that they brought. I love the fan base that Mater Dei brings. So I really enjoy what's going on right now. It's a back and forth atmosphere. I love the Eagles Nest crowd, and I really enjoy what's going on.
Santa Margarita was down by 9 at the end of the first quarter, down by 10 right now. We'll take a look at some first half highlights with these two teams. Trinity League basketball at its very best. Wolfgang, tell me your thoughts about the first half as it unfolded.
What I saw was Mater Dei was Spencer Friedman. Spencer Friedman led the show. He is the Harvard-bound point guard. He made a couple threes, and he's been able to get others involved. So it's been very difficult for the Eagles again to flow. When it comes to Santa Margarita, they've done a great job of going to the paint. They've gotten a lot of second chance opportunities. They've done a great job of getting rebounds and keeping it alive with little things that are in the intangibles.
Spencer Friedman was the tough one to stop. He had 13 at the end of the first half, and for the Eagles, it was, of course, Jake Kyman with 6. Not too far behind was Jordan Guest. The second half is on your way. We'll be back with that in just a moment.
There's more than making 1,000 shots in practice every day. All that matters is movement. I focus on my footwork. I let them know this. I got more heart than you. I got more hustle. That's my mentality. I'm obsessed about bringing the title back to the Bay.
Hello everybody, welcome back. It is the second half getting ready to start here at Santa Margarita Catholic High School. Paul Higgins with Wolfgang Wood. And Wolfgang, what do the Eagles need to do that you haven't talked about yet in the second half on defense against Mater Dei? You mentioned about the perimeter shooting of Mater Dei. It's so strong, and you mentioned Santa Margarita is going to have to do that as well. But how do you stop a great three-point shooter like Spencer Friedman?
Well, what they need to do with Spencer Friedman is I think they need to pick him up early at half court. Make him work and make him finish over the big post players that Santa Margarita has. If you can make him into a scorer in the paint, that might be able to help Santa Margarita out. They also need to get those transition baskets easy as well and not be able to run the shot clock down and get a difficult shot. If they're able to get some easy transition baskets and able to make Friedman work and not just live with a three-point ball, they might have a chance to crawl back in this game as well.
And that's definitely what they'll have to do, is crawl back in this thing as they are down by 10. Actually, it is 32. The scoreboard is wrong. It is 32 to 23. 32 to 23. So it must have been some type of scoring change at some point. So the scoreboard and the graphics are on a different page right now. We are getting actually our score, and we'll update that for you. So 16 minutes of high school basketball left for you. Third quarter getting ready, and Mater Dei checks in as they will start on offense.
And something to pay attention to as this second half starts, Max Oncapolo has 3 fouls. Jordan Guest has 2 fouls. So something to watch out for is Max has to be very careful to pick up, and that's probably why they're in that zone right now, to keep Max from guarding anyone one-on-one.
No doubt about it. Max, big number 23 right there at the top of the key. Underneath, this young man, number 51, Harrison Butler, was a tough one to stop. And with the rebound is Guest. So Guest has 6 points, and he is really tough to stop underneath. So is Lee off the glass. What a great way for Santa Margarita to start the second half.
And that is a major mismatch right there.
And it looks like we have a Mater Dei player that got hit, and he is slow to come to the bench as they take a timeout, and Coach Gary McKnight checking on him.
From what it looks like, he might have just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit right there. He jumped in the air, so he might have gotten a shoulder right there from Lee. But Lee's doing a good job establishing position early. That's very rare in post players, especially in high school. Establishing position, getting big, and also using the pump fake.
That's Wilhelm Breedenbach. Let's see if we can see it. Number 32, he got hit and got hit in the midsection, so he's going to walk that off. 32-25. Mater Dei has had the lead ever since the Eagles first quarter when it was 1-0. The Eagles led 1-0, and Mater Dei has had the lead ever since they scored a bucket.
And a possible travel right there by Wang. He did pick up his pivot foot, but the refs did not see it, as it's going to be a tough shot. Friedman's doing the float game possibly.
He kicks it back outside, and that is a dagger right there.
And that is what I'm talking about. Spencer Friedman creating for others. They have to be able to limit that and make Friedman a scorer in the paint.
Kyman says, I can do it too. Let's see. Guest with a great hustle move. He's going to go for it again. What a travel. That was a nice first move.
And from what I see, it looks like Kyman maybe hopped into the jump shot, which caused it to be a travel. Might have to see that again.
So Mater Dei with the 10-point lead, 35-25. Oh, the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mater Dei. Santa Margarita will get it back. 10 points is a long ways against any other team but St. John Bosco and or Mater Dei, and that's where they are right now.
Well, with Santa Margarita, you have to go with the approach one possession at a time. There's no 10-pointers in high school basketball, so if you just get a score and a stop and a score, and just with that mentality, you'll get yourself back into this game. You can't shoot a bunch of threes and prayers that hopefully as Big Lee with the big-time slam.
That gets the crowd fired up, and it should fire up the Eagles, but Mater Dei right back at it. There's a foul by Lee on the other end as he wasn't set. He was hoping to get a charge call.
That's his first foul, though, so that's a solid foul right there for the Eagles.
Go back to Big Lee's big basket right there, and he drops it in.
Big-time drop step right there. Big Lee is showing up tonight. I'm liking his post presence. I'm loving how active he is down there. Not a lot of posts with that size are active. They like to take plays off. He's played every single play.
So 35-27 with 6:01 to go in the third quarter. And Wednesday night, it's a great showing for the faculty and, of course, the student body that they call the Eagles Nest. This is a rival. How intense was it when you were here playing against Mater Dei? You mentioned something earlier. It's really tough to play at Mater Dei. Is it tough for Mater Dei to come here? Kind of a loaded question because they are up right now with the lead.
I would say it's very tough to win here at Santa Margarita for any team, especially in the Trinity League, because of the atmosphere. I mean, it's a big court. You have a lot of fans here. It's, you have a lot of things going on, and you kind of get distracted a little bit. So I can see how it's tough for Mater Dei as well. But Mater Dei also plays in a gym that is very big as well. It's kind of an NBA-sized mini gym, as you can say. So Mater Dei is used to this, but I can say right now they're probably having a little bit of a tough time with the fans and being loud in here as well. I think also in the Trinity League, what I've learned as a player is the best road team will normally win the league or be in the top parts of the league.
That's a good
You will have
point.
your home games, and you'll win your share of home games. Can you take care of business on the road is the big question.
Devin Askew checked the ball in. He had 5 points in that first half, number 5. Mater Dei swinging their offense around.
As they see right here, Freeman surveying the field.
Friedman kicks it back outside, 3-point land. They go a nice basket there as they drop it in. That's number 23, Michael Wang.
And the big thing with that is I understand Michael Wang is a post, but any high-level varsity player will hit a wide-open three-pointer.
Yeah.
So Santa Margarita has to contest that.
Kyman inside the paint, drops it in. So sometimes when you're not hitting threes, come back in and get something, make yourself feel good with a nice 2-point shot.
Exactly. Kyman's got to work inside out now, possibly get some free throws to see the ball fall into the rim. That way he can extend and shoot some threes.
Devin Askew, he gets it back. And he takes a 3, and that rattles in and out. Lee is there for the rebound. Max Agbank Polo, the junior, brings it up.
As they see right there, Jordan Guest establishing post position. Expect a kick out right here. Ryan Evans.
Nice play by Ryan. Oh, he does not get the roll. The ball goes out of bounds. Mater Dei basketball.
That is a very tough in and out rim right there. And that out of bounds call could have gone either way as well.
Yeah, it was definitely, we'll see the touch. There's Kyman's shot inside the paint.
Kyman, a very smooth stroke right there. And with his size, he's able to shoot over the smaller defender. Very, very solid player. Freeman surveys the field right there. Freeman throws over to Butler.
They kick it out, loose ball, and they get it back. Again, good defense by Santa Margarita. Mater Dei doing a great job of moving the basketball around the court. Outside three, in and out, tipped off Mater Dei. Spencer with it. He turns, he's gonna go up and under, scoops it in for the score.
There. That is a very crafty move by Spencer Freeman. His first points of the half, but at the same time, he's still making things happen even though he's not scoring right now in the second half.
That's a great play. Evans behind his back, and he goes up and kicks it out. Guess couldn't hang on. That was a tough pass to catch.
And right now, Reiner's got to be thinking of a timeout if Mater Dei scores right here. As Mater Dei has a little bit of momentum right now. They have a little bit of a run going, so possibly right now look for a timeout coming up soon.
3:35 to go here in the third quarter. Mater Dei 40-29. It was 32-22 at the half.
As another bucket right there as Reagan Lundeen scores. So right now, this is a crucial possession for the Eagles right now. They need to find a way to get back into this game. Take it one possession at a time.
Outside shot by Kyman. He just can't get the roll. Lee was there. This ball is going to go the other way, around Ryan Evans and to the hoop with the slam.
And expect a timeout right on cue right there. As this game is now 15. As Mater Dei has the momentum going right now. That is a major dunk from Michael Wang.
Great play by Michael Wang, and you see the behind the back, and he will go up for the slam dunk and does a good job with that. Michael Wang is a tremendous basketball player.
Big time presence as he's made 2 threes today, so he's able to go inside and out, being able to hit threes and be able to go into the paint. Right now with Santa Margarita in this timeout, they got to be able to slow the possessions down. They got to be able to take the smart shot, and they've taken a lot of contested twos. They got to find a way to get a couple layups, get a couple fouls, or some wide open looks. That way they can work out into the three-point line.
Tell you the importance of this game. Mater Dei was tied for St. John Bosco, 4-1 in the Trinity League. Santa Margarita at 3-2. Jay Serra upset St. John Bosco, so they are 3-2. Olu got their first win against Servite, so they are 1-4. And Servite still looking for their first win. That could all change tonight, obviously, as they are 0-5. But as you see the standings that I've written down and we're talking to everybody, how does this play out for the playoff picture? Can you explain that? Who goes and how they break that up? Because you had 3 years of it here.
Well, what they do now, it's a little bit different from when I played, but the top 3 teams in the league will have a high seed. Normally from the Trinity League, but they now with the CIF rules, you have to be 500 overall in order to go into the playoffs. Now with Mater Dei, St. John Bosco, and SM, there's an open division now for CIF, and that's where the powerhouse schools go. So those 3 right now are juggling for position, trying to see who's going to be the team to go into the open division. With the standings right here, as you see a pull-up jumper right by Apopolo, with the standings, SM needs this win right here to stay in the race for first place. It's still very up in the air with Bosco beating Mater Dei earlier this year. So a lot of playoff implications, a lot of CIF implications as well.
Jordan Guest kicks it out to Agbang Polo on the other side to Kyman. Again, but great play by Lee, and there is a foul on the inside.
And I think that's a hooking call on Breidenbach, as he looked like he hooked him on the box out. McKnight doesn't look too pleased about that, but it was definitely there.
So 44-29, Mater Dei has held the lead ever since the first quarter. Santa Margarita got within 6. Actually, they got within 5. But Mater Dei has maintained a pretty good lead. 44-29, but still striking distance.
As we see right there, a little bit of a box set to get the ball to Wang. Good kick out to Guest. And Guest hits the 3. That's a big-time possession. Good shot by Jordan Guest, the inside-out forward, going to Boston University.
Jordan Guest has 9 points. And as Wolfgang said, on his way to Boston. And he is the senior starter, the lone senior starter on this team.
And that's what you got to like about this group is it's a young group. And there's a lot of growing pains still with youth. And even though they're juniors, they're still young. So very good as a big-time finish right there. Harrison Butler.
The shot, the score, and he'll go to the line with the foul. 46 to 32, have an opportunity to make it 47 to 32.
And if you look at Harrison Butler, he looks like a tight end, honestly, with his size. So he's able to muscle his way for a basket. He's hit a 3 today. He's a very big physical specimen for a high school player.
Yeah. And I look at Michael Wang, he doesn't even look like he's in high school.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Wang looks like he could easily be in Division I playing right now with the size that he has. There's a couple guys out here that are just physically gifted right here. And that's hard to find in high school nowadays.
47 to 32, Guest has the ball and he gets it out to Lee, and Lee's comfortable out there. He'll throw down a 3 attempt, but that's not what they want him to do. Agbong Polo, he drives the baseline. Nice soft touch, and he gets a score.
And I think right now with this last minute and a half, if they can get this within 10, they're in good position going into the fourth quarter. You want to get it down to 10 or single digits. That way you have momentum, and there's a chance to get a run right now. Inside
a minute and a half to play in this third quarter. The shot, that's not going to be good. Guess with the rebound. Jake Kyman gets the pass. Back out to number 5 for Santa Margarita. Cormier in the shot and the score.
And this is what I talked about right now. Transition baskets. Jake Kyman drew 2 on the transition, was able to reverse pivot and hit it right there. And that's a big-time 3 for Cormier.
And no doubt about it, because that gets them within 10 with 55 seconds to go. Could be 8 here from the free throw line. The roll, and yes!
No basket violation. Touch the top string right there. If it touches the top right there, it is a violation, counts as out of bounds.
Well, he got the bounce, but it wasn't legal. 47 to 37, down by 10, and you'll see the shot here by Cormier, who got it within 10. So Mater Dei with the ball.
I didn't mind that shot by Guest because you're in a 2-for-1 situation. Now the Eagles will have the last shot of the quarter, unless, a foul happens, resetting the shot clock. So I like that shot by Jordan Guest, just an unlucky. As a steal right there, as a turnover the right back.
Right back to Prukop.
As you expect the last shot now for the Monarchs. And those are those little turnovers right there that they have to eliminate in the fourth quarter.
Askew sets with Freeman. They're going to call a foul. Is that going to be on?
I did not understand that foul right there by Onkapolo. He just picked up his 4th with 20 seconds left.
Did it look like a foul?
Well, it didn't look like a foul, but I don't understand why you're pressuring with 20 seconds left in your half court. You got to be able to play it smart, especially when you have 3 fouls, and you're a very important key to that offense for Santa Margarita.
I must have been blocked by the referee, I'll call it that, because Agbong Polo, and he didn't react too much to it too. So he's on the bench right now with winding down the third quarter. Mater Dei going to get the last shot. You see how much time left, 5 seconds to go. And the ball's on the ground. That's going to waste some time, but they pick it up by Prukop, and he nails it. He's a sophomore, and he just nails it.
Very, very tough break for Santa Margarita. We said before, if they can get it within 10, they're in a good position. That's a big-time 3 by a sophomore. So we'll see what happens right here in the fourth quarter. If Santa Margarita has a little bit more left in the tank going into the fourth.
The score, 50 to 37, and we'll be back right after this.
It's more than making 1,000 shots in practice every day. All that matters is movement. I focus on my footwork. I let them know this. I got more heart than you. I got more hustle. That's my mentality. I'm obsessed about bringing the title back to the Bay.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Santa Margarita Catholic High School. I'm Paul Higgins along with Wolfgang Wood, a 2012 graduate, and this is how we ended, a graduate of Santa Margarita, I should say. This is how we ended the third quarter, as Aiden Prukop, the first man off the bench, the 6th man on the team, he scores a 3-point basket, and this is kind of how it laid out.
Well, you saw right here, Freeman, first guy on the floor. He's the only guy that dove, and that 3 right there is a big-time momentum change. But if you notice right there, when we talked about Spencer Freeman, he was the only guy that dove on the floor for that ball, and that's what happens. 50-50 balls, you got to dive on the floor. That's a big thing that coaches preach. Freeman right there, he's showing why he is a Division I basketball player by diving on the floor for that one.
The last time I saw Aiden play basketball was in 8th grade at Mission Basilica School. My son was actually on the team with him, and they were playing at Servite in a Christmas tournament.
He just came a long way.
He certainly has. Nice sky hook, but could not get a basket for Lee. And that's going to be Santa Margarita's basketball.
Good sky hook there by Lee. I don't mind that shot. maybe a little bit deeper seal to get a better position on it, but that's a good shot for him.
7:48 to go in the game. Mater Dei has led since the first quarter. Eagles down by 13. They could shrink that gap right here.
As a good possession right there for Jordan Guest, just a little bit off on the angle as Freeman has the ball as they get in transition.
A little hop step, and that is off the back of the rim. And then underneath, fighting for some space and going down. Looks like he might have got hurt.
Smart timeout by Gary McKnight, as that was going to be a 3-second call on Breidenbach. Very, very good timeout to maintain possession, as in the fourth quarter, it's going to be value the possession. That's going to be the story of this fourth quarter.
Looks like he got hurt again coming off, and that's Wilhelm Breidenbach. Again, I want to pay off our referees tonight. They're doing a good job, and we'll go back and actually see this and see where he got hurt underneath. You got some big bodies down there, and then he just reacts a little bit late. Could be an injury that's lingering, I'm not sure.
I'm trying to see what happened there. It looks like he might have just, turned the wrong way a little bit. He possibly might have stepped on someone's foot. He seems to be a little bit in pain right now, sitting at the end of the bench for the Monarchs, but he's a tough kid. He already bounced back from one injury, so I like the future of Breidenbach, though. He is a very lanky player, has some very good skills for his size.
50-37, 7:34 to go in the game, and big number 51, Harrison Butler, looks like he's going to the line. Actually, no, I'm sorry. They're going to check in the ball. My bad. I was wondering. It looked like he was going to shoot a free throw there for a second.
A three-man set right here. Expect the double screen possibly.
I was going to say, why is he shooting a free throw? It's late in the day. We've been here a long time. And that is not going to get the roll. Guess with a good job of rebounding that. Tollner back in the game. Jordan Tollner back outside to Guest, and that one looks good, but not. Lee goes down hard on the other side. He trails up for Santa Margarita. Spencer there for the shot. He does not get the roll. Jordan Guest, pardon me, he gets the rebound, but Kyman, outlet pass to Evans, and that is no good.
It's a good shot right there. Transition look right there. It's a good shot for Ryan Evans, just have to capitalize. That seems to be the story of the game right now for the Eagles. They haven't had a couple of those threes that their shooters normally make fall, so they need to find a way to create and sort of scrap the offense and find something new right here in this fourth quarter.
Looks like Nick Davidson's going to check in for the Eagles on the first dead ball. 50-37. Santa Margarita down by 13. And Mater Dei really burning up the clock.
As off the foot of Wang right there, but Mater Dei is going to stall. I know they're going to use their stall offense, and they're going to try and find ways here to make the time go by, and then try and get an efficient shot. Expect Freeman to have the ball in his hands a lot with the end of that shot clock when they run clock.
Davidson comes in, Guess is on the floor, Tollner's on the floor, Kyman goes out. Actually, Kyman stays in, and he has the ball way outside. Good.
And that's a big shot by Kyman right there. Santa Margarita is still within striking distance, but they need to keep getting stops right now.
50-40, down by 10 with 6:10 to go. Underneath, and there's a foul on Evans. Take a look at the last shot here.
As we see right there, big shot by Kyman. A little bit of an up screen right here to get him rolling off of it for a three. A good foul right there, as Harrison Butler had a lot of paint position right there. So good job able to foul and prevent a two-point basket.
Here we go, Evans with this ball. He's gonna pull up. No, he's not. It goes nice underneath. Davidson, great play. That was a very unselfish play.
That's a very unselfish play. Ryan Evans had the transition three, the stop and pop, and the kick to the freshman, Nick Davidson. As you hear the crowd, he's only a freshman.
50-42, within 8. Prukop is in the game. Bouncing the ball is Wang. Gets it out to Prukop, the sophomore. He saw some action as a freshman last year, and now he's playing a lot of games.
Good steal right there. Here comes Nick Davidson.
And he's going to pull back, smart. Tollner has it, dribbles between his legs, gets it to Guest, almost, and a rebound, but Mater Dei comes up with it. Spencer Friedman with the rebound.
Jordan Guest tried to put him in the rim, and they call a foul right there. That's an interesting sequence, as there was a lot of contact on that Jordan Guest dunk attempt.
Here we go. We'll take a look at it once again. Underneath, and talk us through it.
Well, right there, Ryan Evans was able to stop and pop, draw the defense, and Nick Davison did a good job running down the lane right there for a layup.
We thought that was the scrum, but it wasn't, so it's 51-42.
And very interesting sequence right there. I didn't think there was a ton of contact by Michael Wang as Jordan Guest tried to put him in the rim. Missed free throw right there, so you're still in single digits, 5 minutes right now. It's going to be a crucial 5 minutes right now for both teams.
You know things are heating up, and Coach Reinert takes his jacket off, 51-42. He is the head coach of Santa Margarita. Really wants this game.
As we see right there, a little bit of contact right there.
And he's talking to the refs.
Reiner is fired up right now, and I understand what he's talking about. There's been a lot of contact for both ends, so Reiner right now, he's passionate. He wants to win this game. It's a big game right here.
Kyman in the corner. He comes right in front of the free throw line, and he shoots it up, and looks like they're going to call a foul. He will go to the line. The foul on Harrison Butler, I believe, yep. And Kyman's pretty solid at the line.
And if Kyman can knock down these 2 free throws, you're in a 7-point game, and now it's just a matter of stops. The big fourth quarter thing will be who can get defensive stops. Who wants it more is the big question also.
So Jake Kyman drops it in, the junior.
As Kyman really has had to work for his 13 points tonight. He is battling hard right there. He's going to be the guy possibly with the ball in his hands at the end of the game. So it might be a good old Kyman versus Freeman going to this late 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
So Kyman with the shot, and he follows through. So 51-44. Kyman now has 14 points.
As you see right here, I won't be surprised under the 4-minute mark, we see Big Lee and Max Oncapolo come back in the game. This big shot right there.
Wang with
Michael
the 3.
Wang with his 3rd 3.
54-44, back up by 10. Kyman over to Guess, to Evans. Evans left-handed dribble, switches hands, gets it underneath. Guess did a great job of getting free. The basket, no good. Mater Dei with the rebound. Friedman comes up. He's taking a look, and yes.
And that is why he is a Division I point guard right there. Momentum killer, as that's his 18th point, but he hit it when it counted.
That's really
now
amazing.
A 13-point game. That is a tough shot.
And it's amazing to watch Spencer do it so smoothly. He just doesn't even think about it. Kyman with a 3.
And here we go.
Back-to-back shooters, nice.
As we see right there, Kyman's not going to let this game go easily, but Santa Margarita needs to get stops right now in order to get back into this game.
Mater Dei and the Eagles exchange 3-point buckets. Wang on the corner, that goes out of bounds on the long pass. Santa Margarita will take a look at this last shot just moments ago.
Kyman off the curl right there. Good pivot foot right there, left-right action. That is a textbook jump shot right there. Klay Thompson would be proud.
Mater Dei up by 10 with 3:42 to go. Now's the time. The Eagles have to come score either a 2 or a 3 and then play some defense.
If I'm Santa Margarita, I'm looking for an easy look. If it's a 2 or a 3, you just got to get the most available look right now.
Are you worried about the clock at all?
Well, I would say, that's a tough possession off Guest. With the clock right now, 3:30, it's a pretty good amount of time if you can get a stop. I know the Monarchs are running clock off right now, but I think you start to panic a little bit when it's 2:30 or less, 2:15 or less. So you have a minute right now to possibly get it to 7 or less. I think that's the goal you want to go to when it gets to that 2.5-minute mark.
They had it down to 5 earlier in the game, but Mater Dei has maintained a double-digit lead most of the game. 3:25 left, 57-47, Mater Dei basketball. And stoppage on the court. They were just wondering if it was slippery down there. And Guess was talking to the referee about some action underneath the hoop.
And I like this lineup right here by the Eagles as they're trying to be a little bit quicker. Guess is the 5-man in this lineup. They're trying to have shooters on the court. They're going to try and stretch the floor, get some drive and kick opportunities, and possibly press a little bit.
Yep.
They got to pressure a little bit. And the Monarchs have been a lazy with some turnovers as McKnight has a timeout, possibly to set up a set right here.
So 57-47, 3:15 to go. In the huddle with Santa Margarita, what is Coach Reiner trying to explain here?
I would tell them to play 25 seconds of great defense. they're going to run the clock down. There's no point in reaching and trapping. You get a stop right here, and you run your set, and you get a bucket at the other end. If I'm the Monarchs, I'm assuming Jason Quinn, who is a very good offensive coach for the Monarchs, is drawing a setup right now. Expect something for Freeman or expect a decoy action to get someone else involved and have them thinking Freeman's going to have the ball.
So down by 10 after the timeout, the Eagles will come out and try to play some good offense and defense to shrink this lead. And that is known as the Eagles nest right there.
Gotta love the Eagles nest. Probably one of the best student sections in Orange County, if not the best, as they are loud and bumping right now. They're in this game, and hopefully they can give the Eagles some energy right now.
And do you realize a lot of seniors aren't here tonight because of Kairos? So they're missing a lot of the Eagles nest.
You gotta love Kairos, and when they come back, it makes the class even tighter.
Yeah.
Personal experience right there with the Kairos fans.
Yeah. And that's, of course, the experience you get at Santa Margarita Catholic High School. Wang, left-handed dribble. He's double teamed by Ogbonk Polo and Guest. They switch it up. Ogbonk Polo gets his hand in there, and he gets his 5th foul. Wow.
And this is what I talked about right there. Just be disciplined. And Onkapolo will pick up his 5th right there, and that's tough for Onkapolo. As I'm assuming they're going to go back to Lee or Comier. I think what's tough right there for Onkapolo is he never got in a flow in the game. He got foul trouble early, didn't manage to get into a flow. So that's difficult right there for the Eagles.
Inside 3 minutes to go, down by 10. Mater Dei has the basketball and the lead.
I think what's difficult also is it resets the shot clock. Now you got to play defense for a whole 35 seconds longer, as they had the shot clock down to 14 seconds.
Huge size difference as Tollner is guarding Wang. And they're going to burn up most of the clock here with 6 seconds to go on the shot clock, 2:33 to go on the game clock. Spencer Friedman kicks it out to Wang, and Wang, wow.
It's hard to stop. Spencer Friedman paint control, kicks out to Wang. That is very difficult right there.
That's a nice shot by Mater Dei. Santa Margarita, can they answer? Underneath, they're going to at least try to get a 2. Rebounded by Mater Dei.
That is tough right there. Spencer Freeman has been all over the place, and Michael Wang, 4 threes for a guy his size. That's difficult.
Wilhelm Breedenbach back in the game. He had that rebound just moments ago. 2 minutes to go. Mater Dei up by 13, so it's safe to say at this point that they should win this game and go 5-1. St. John Bosco playing as well tonight, so we'll see how the standings shake up.
As we see Freeman once again, ball in his hands. Crafty is another foul for the Eagles. And that's going to be 1-1 for Spencer Friedman, as that is very difficult right there for the Eagles.
You see Wang's pretty shot from way outside. He did a good job there, and that's what put him up 60-47. And Wang right now, he has 17 points. Spencer Friedman leading with 18 points. That's a pretty tough duel right there.
Well, if you see right there with Spencer Freeman is he might have only taken 7 shots today. That is an efficient 18 points, and he's done a great job of getting others involved as well. So that's what's making it difficult. It's not he's just shooting a lot of shots. He's shooting the right shot, and that's what I assume Harvard loves about him. He's a smart player. He's very crafty, very tight with the dribble. Michael Wang, nothing explosive, didn't take a lot of shots, but the shots that he took were wide open, in rhythm, and any elite high school basketball player is going to make an in-rhythm 3.
Spencer Freeman just scores his 20th point on the night, 62-47, a quick timeout with the Eagles and Mater Dei. Again, this is the second time these two teams have met this year. The first time the Eagles traveled to Santa Ana to play the Monarchs, and they played a good game there. Didn't go their way. Where does this do for their confidence or lack thereof? They still have a great basketball team, Santa Margarita, with great team chemistry.
Well, I think if you're Santa Margarita, it's the first game of the second half of the gauntlet, you can call it. They need to keep their heads up high. They played with Mater Dei. They need to go into the next game and take care of business in their next games. They can't let this game linger in their minds going into their next games. They play Servite next. They need to take care of Servite. Servite's a tough team. They play hard. Don't let the 0-5 record fool you. They play hard. They have that credo atmosphere. and it's very difficult to play them. They will always come ready to go. You got Bosco. Then you have Centennial at the Nike Extravaganza. Then you have J. Sarah and Olu. All of those are winnable games.
Right.
So if you're Santa Margarita, you might need a little bit of help to win a league title, but the ultimate goal is a CIF championship. So you need to win out these next games and able to get good seeding in the open division. Because the open division with perennial powerhouses Bishop Montgomery, who is undefeated this year, #1 in the state, top 5 in the nation, they need to get in the right seeds so they can play the right teams and get far in the open division.
That's right. And looking at Mater Dei's schedule, they play J. Sarah on the 31st of January, Heritage Christian, Chino Hills, Olu, and they finish up with Servite. So 2 somewhat easier games in the Trinity League for them to finish up. Santa Margarita defeated J. Sarah over at J. Sarah, but still, the Lions come back the very next game and they beat Bosco, so they could be a surprise too.
Well, J. Sarah has a first-year coach there, and it's kind of an upstart program from their past teams. J. Sarah will play hard. They have talent. They're still trying to figure things out with that program, and as a guy who's been in the J. Sarah SM games, J. Sarah has came in here and beaten Santa Margarita before.
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult as well, and I think for Mater Dei also, they have Chino Hills in the Nike Extravaganza. The Big O, the post right there, is one of the best, if not the best post player in the country.
That's
so
right.
Mater Dei might have a couple easier games, but Chino Hills is no slouch as well.
Well, Spencer Friedman's showing you he can dribble the basketball as well. And he kicks it back out for a 3, and that is good.
Clay Donahue, former Santa Margarita basketball player. His sister, Taylor Donahue, was actually a basketball player as well. She plays at the University of Hawaii. So some good blood right there, some good genes for the Donahue family.
No doubt about it. So Guest gets fouled, and this is the shot just moments ago by Donahue as Spencer Friedman kicked it out, and that increased the score to 65-47 as Jordan Guest goes to the line, and coach will bring in a couple other players. Magyar will come in for the Eagles. He'll check into the game. And also Bittiscombe will come in for the Eagles.
Well, if you look at this game for Santa Margarita, they played a very competitive game. If you look at it, they had a difficult time finishing some shots, and they missed some shots they would normally make. I think they just need to regroup, keep running their offense. You know, Mater Dei is a tough team, and the thing about Mater Dei is they're so prepared for games. They're prepared. McKnight has been doing this for a long time, and for the sense of it, he's ready for Santa Margarita. Santa Margarita just has to regroup, be ready to come into a next game, and take care of business.
They did a great job tonight against Santa Margarita. Score 65-49. They will move to 5-1 in the Trinity League. And the inside shot, no good. Rebounded by the Eagles. And with 25 seconds, they're trying to make this score a little easier in the scorebook, but that ball goes out of bounds in front of the bench of Santa Margarita.
And it's tough right there. A turnover for Santa Margarita. It's a tough game. You know, a couple plays didn't go their way, but I like the effort Santa Margarita has. I like the youth that they have. They have a bright future with this team. And with that being said, they're still 15-6. They're a very good program this year, and their losses have been to good teams. It's not like they have been playing down to competition. Their losses have been to Westchester, who was a very good team in the LA City section. They lost to Bosco and Mater Dei twice. These losses aren't that bad.
Right.
They need to regroup from this and just learn from it, watch some film possibly on what to work on, and they'll be okay. They'll be ready to go in the next game, and they'll be able to be ready for Servite and the Friars.
Eagles are 15-5 overall coming into this game. So, again, you said they've lost to only 5 games to some tough teams. So at the line for Mater Dei, number 2, I don't have them on my starting sheet or my roster. There we go. BJ Askew, there we go.
The brother of Devin
That's
Askew.
Devin Askew's brother, yep. I don't know how I left him off. So the Eagles down 67-49, hoping to get a bucket here to finish this one off. Santa Margarita will be back in the pavilion on Friday against Servite. That rims out, and the final score here is 67-49. So the Eagles will move to 3-3 in the Trinity League, and Mater Dei will improve their record to 5-1. Wolfgang, did you have a good time?
I did. It was great being here at Santa Margarita. great seeing some alumni, great seeing an atmosphere like no other. I love this school. I love the school. I love the modern day SM atmosphere and the aura. And Santa Margarita, they have a bright future in the school and in the athletic program. So proud of this team and proud of the effort.
Once again, the final score here at Santa Margarita Catholic High School, Mater Dei 67, Santa Margarita 49. For Wolfgang Wood, for Eagle TV 2.0, for all of our students working on the broadcast, you guys did a great job. You're learning each and every time out, so thank you for doing a wonderful job. I'm Paul Higgins. Have a great night, everybody. See you Friday.